Okay, so this is a blast from the past. This is the bus stop on Kenilworth Road where I would be dropped off every morning for school by Mum, who works at the end of the road at Warwick Uni. So I'd be dropped off here and I'd walk down this little path to the side gate, which I'll go down in a minute. Just whilst I'm doing that, Kenilworth Road, really long straight road with nice tree-lined route. It's a medieval road that was put in by, I want to say, the monks at Stoneleigh. Even though it's miles away, they needed a trade route between Cov and Cotswolds. This formed part of that. So it's been here for sort of hundreds of years, maybe 800 years. They cleared the woodland, and then in about I think 1750, something like that, they added the trees, but they're all sort of mature oaks now, and in the 70s they've replanted a load of trees, so there's like 4 rows of them now, so the new ones will come through as the mature ones die. In fact, there's been a couple in the last year I've noticed have fallen. That's why there's some bollards actually. One fell across the road. So some of them are reaching the end of their natural lives, but that has been accounted for by adding new rows. And obviously locals will know how expensive these houses are, so I'm sure they don't mind the tree cover. Probably the most expensive street in the city, which is I suppose a bit ironic, as it was put in to generate money for the city, because this was all in a big woodland and it was cleared for trade routes. So this little alley here is where Ullathorne is, for those of you who know. Squelch. And yeah, the school is up the end of this little path, and that's where I spent 7 years of my life, walking up and down here. The school hasn't actually changed in the decade since I left. I don't think it has anyway. I realise this is a 3-minute clip, so apologies if you've actually watched this far, then fair play to you. I'm just going to have a nose at the tennis courts, which I spent most of my break times playing cricket with a boot bag or an actual bat when we were lucky enough. Football a little bit, or just like wanging an apple across it, which was always great fun. There are more apples dashed against this concrete than were eaten, to be honest. Yeah, the block in front of me, A block, where English is, and the library, again where I spent some time. Look at all the litter, come on people, we need to sort this out. Bloody kids. And there you go, wow. And this school is funny, because it opened in 52, I want to say, and if it had opened a year before, my granddad would have been here, but as it was, he left at 14 from Cross the King and went to work, which is what he had to do then. So yeah, massive playing field. It's great. It's such a good, they're so lucky to have all the fields that they have, and they haven't sold them to developers yet. I'm shocked. Could happen at some point, I suppose, but yeah, memories, eh? Some of you will have similar, but there we go. Okay, so there's a sign for Shakespeare's County, and I'm just approaching the southern welcome to Cov sign. Some of you avid vlog followers will know that I visit the one on the end of my road, which is probably the most northerly one. It's a lot smaller than this because it's a country lane. This one, it's big. As people head in. What a place. And then we're in Shakespeare's County. So Warwickshire's here, Kenilworth, and I shall crack on and pick it up as we get a bit closer. So I've left Cov behind, and this bit of infrastructure where they've rerouted a bit of the river and dug it out a bit and put this bridge in is HS2, funnily enough. I think it's a service road because the track it goes around Kenilworth. There's a lot of stuff going on the A46 over there because it scoots around the edge of Cov and ends up in Solihull. Because we can get it, the nearest for us is the NEC International. So I think this is a service road. They've done all the landscaping and dug the banks and sorted the river out a bit, so that's good. Yeah, I'm on board with HS2. No one's going to watch this and have a go at me, but they put a good tweet out yesterday debunking a lot of the random Twitter things that keep getting discussed. But yeah, I mean, if Twitter was around in the Victorian times, can you imagine the discussion about building all the railways? They built a lot more then, and they were just like, there wasn't a public consultation or a buyout clause. It was, well, we're knocking your house down, mate, so get out, see ya, bye. Across the country. What you want to be looking at, which is another thing that I saw recently, is all the motorway and road projects that no one is really talking about, that destroy a lot more ancient woodland than HS2. That's for sure. Anyway, we continue on. Apologies for all the car noise and whatever, but what can you do? Onwards. Well, the sun is setting. I've just been to Forest over there, obviously. Got myself a decent coffee and a cookie. I'm going to walk down to the castle before heading back before it gets dark, although at least it's dark a bit later these days. And I was just plotting a route back via Stoneleigh, so I'm going to do that maybe tomorrow or another day, because that's something I haven't done, and it doesn't really add much time. So, see what I'll do there. I'll vlog it. Other than the endless cars driving past me, this is probably the best view as the sun goes down. But yeah, I won't record too much because it's an endless stream of cars. I don't know where they're all going. Okay, I appreciate it's dark now. The last video was in Kenilworth. I'm back in Cov. There wasn't much point vlogging the way back. It was identical. If you notice, the lights are all red and yellow now. They were blue for a few weeks. Been walking for 4.5 hours, maybe 5 hours actually, including pit stops. Interesting. Nearly back now to the car and home.